Hey, Jason. Does it feel good, I guess is maybe the best way to put it, to get back to something that feels kind of normal?
Yeah. Just being able to practice with all the guys, get after. It's been so long since we actually got to be in the gym all together. So it's been fun. We're all enjoying it, getting back into the rhythm. So we're having a lot of fun.
Taylor Snow? All right, we will go to Abby Chin.
Hi, Jason. I don't mean to, dredge up sad things, but I know you talked about how hard it was going to be to leave Deuce. How difficult was that? And mentally, how are you trying to prepare yourself for this?
Yeah, it was tough. It hasn't really sunk in yet. We've only been going for like 3 days, kind of like we're on a road trip. I've been able to FaceTime him a couple of times a day. So, I guess I got to get used to it because it's what we're doing.
Gary Washburn?
Jason, what have you been able to do to your game over the last 3 months? I know that it's been limited access to courts, but I guess people are saying they're expecting you to add some wrinkles or to even step your game up even more. Is there something particularly you've worked on, and what have you worked on?
I worked on my body, just trying to maintain my weight, try to maintain strength, keep my muscle mass up, body fat, the same. And I did a pretty good job of that. And I guess it's trying to polish up on everything. I can get better at everything. I guess that is just trying to take it up another level, honestly.
All right, we'll go back to Taylor Snow.
Hey, Jason, just being around your teammates so much over the next couple of months, how do you plan to utilize your time off the court to grow closer, build more chemistry?
We ain't got nothing else to do besides hang out, meals together, play cards, play a lot of golf. Try to get some of the guys into golf and, make the most out of it.
John Corrales?
Hey, Jason. I'm sure over the past few weeks, you've kind of had a picture in your mind of what this bubble would be and what things might look like. How have things differed? What's the reality compared to what your expectations were?
I think it's what I expected. It's kind of like when I was in high school and I was at like a McDonald's All-American game or a Jordan Brand game. I got a players' lounge, meal rooms, everybody in the hotel, see all the guys from other teams. It's kind of like I'm back in high school again. So, it's cool. We're going to be all right.
Sherrod?
Hey, Jason, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about one of the things that you guys have talked a lot about this season was just the chemistry and the bond that you all have with each other. And obviously, being in a bubble, you got no choice, as you pointed out, to hang out. How much has just the bonds and relationships you guys build over the course of the season, how much do you think that's going to help you guys to really kind of get used to this new normal that you guys have down in Orlando?
And we all in this together. So, just make the most out of it, enjoy it. Something we're going to remember for the rest of our life. And, like I said, just make the most out of it. Always think positive. Everything's not going to be perfect because this is new to everybody. So, just enjoy each other's company. That's all I can say.
Hey, Jason. So you mentioned the McDonald's game and the Jordan Brand game. Do you think that because you're a younger guy and that hasn't been too far in the past, that something like this would be easier than maybe a veteran who's been used to a certain lifestyle for a while?
Yeah, and maybe so. I think for the guys that's like married and older, I think it may be a bit more of adjustment. I'm not married, but I have a kid, but I'm still one of the youngest guys here. I miss an adjustment for everybody. We haven't done this in a while, but it's basketball. And, can't make no excuses. Like, you just make the most out of it, enjoy it. Come here with a positive attitude. And then positive outcome.
Mark D'Amico.
Hey, Jayson. In listening to some of your teammates talk and in hearing the ownership group talk on some calls with season ticket members recently, it really sounds like there's a lot of belief internally with the organization that you guys can really win a championship this year. Where do you think that confidence is coming from? Like, why does this team have so much belief in itself that it can accomplish that goal?
I think that's the mentality you should have. I've never been on a team in my life where I didn't think, whether it was high school or college, or since I've been on the Celtics, that we should just settle for like third place. Like, I've always thought, that's what we practice. That's why we play, to be the last team standing. So I think you should automatically have that mindset, and we have a realistic chance. I think we obviously have the talent, experience, the depth, and we compete with the best of them. We strap, we play defense, and our mindset is just never give up. We got a lot of guys that's been through a lot with each other. We've been through a lot of battles with each other over the last couple of years. So, we hold each other accountable, trust each other, and we're going to fight till it's 0 on the clock.
And then real quick follow-up on one of your answers previously. I know you mentioned that you tried to maintain your weight and strength as much as you could during this time. Did you maintain, or did you happen to gain muscle mass during this time? Like, did you put on any weight?
Yeah, I did, but it's not for public knowledge. It's for me. I can't tell everybody my secret.
Gary Washburn.
Jayson, you talked about you took up golf during the break. How much game video did you watch of other guys or even yourself? And did you pick up a show that you watched over the pandemic? Did you watch a lot of old games? We talked about watch the Celtics-Lakers final, but is there something you kind of learned more about the game by watching video or watching some of these old tapes to the Last Dance that you didn't know before?
Yeah, it was a lot, especially like the Last Dance. I wasn't alive for most of it. So just obviously I knew about the Bulls, I knew about Jordan. Obviously I'm signed with Jordan, but just to get all that knowledge and information and actually see it. And my favorite part is just seeing people that lived through that time period and was during that era to talk about how special it was and what they remember most. I think that was my favorite part, just hearing other people's perspective that were actually in that era, in that moment, watching and playing against them. It was cool for me to hear.
All right. Thank you, Jayson.
Yep.
All right.